welcome back to the show. We're here at the Healing Room podcast. I'm your host, Sheree, and we are here tonight talking about all things wellness, not just for the mind, but also the body and the spirit. I want to welcome our guests tonight. We have some amazing guests tonight. I have two amazing male massage therapists with me, and I also have a vet and a rising physician, and we are definitely going to have a good time tonight. So grab your tea, relax your shoulders, and let's get into it. Welcome back. All right. So, one of the first things we're going to do is get into things. And can each of you share a little bit about yourselves and introduce yourselves to the show?
All
Alex?
right. Well, I am Alex Marquez. I am a massage therapist. I currently work on a cruise ship right now. Been there for the last like 9 months. And I just do mixed martial arts and all that stuff on the side as well.
Hi, I'm Dr. Georgina Wiley. I'm a doctorate of nursing practice. I've been an internal medicine nurse practitioner for 13 years, retired Army captain, veteran, and I have been in the healthcare field for over 32 years total.
Hi, my name is Jaylen Slater. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Detroit. I'm a licensed massage therapist. I've been a massage therapist for going on 3 years now. I work for myself. Feel better now. Body work. Come check me out.
Okay. I want to thank you guys for being here. One of the first questions I want to ask you is what does wellness mean to you? How did you guys find yourself into the world of massage and wellness in itself?
Who's gonna start off?
Whoever,
Me?
whoever
All right, I
wants
guess
to
I'll start
start.
off then. All right. Well, for me, and it isn't necessarily me. For me, just a lot of people think it's just like physical, but I think it for especially as a man, it should be your emotions, should be your physical, your spirit, and then your mental as well. I feel like once you have a healthy balance in all of those, then you start to tend to have a little bit more success in life. You start doing little things a lot more better, start thinking clearly, and obviously your actions proceed from there.
So, how did you find yourself into massage?
I mean, for me, it was just more like I was always an anatomy nerd growing up, and kind of got to the point in my life where I was trying to figure out what I was trying to do next. At the time, I was selling like I was hustling basically like power tools, stuff like that on the side, and then one of my friend's mom, she recommended me. She was like, "Why don't you just do that for the time being? Let it be a stepping stone, and then see what else you'll find along the way." And it's kind of what I've just been doing for the time being right now. So yeah, I got into massage, been enjoying it. I like helping people, so it helps, you know. But yeah, it definitely helps. And yeah, so right now I'm just doing that and just trying to figure out what my next step in life is. Yeah.
Okay. And Dr. Gina, how did you find yourself from the military service and over into the wellness and just healthcare field?
My clinic is Life Choice Health Center, and my phone number is 817-383-1341. What happened is I did prison medicine in the California Correctional Department of Rehabilitation in San Diego. And I watched a lot of the inmates walk from the canteen back to their cells, and big bags of, we call them woo woos and wham whams. And I say, wow, this is where my tax dollars are going, to these inmates that are eating all of this food that is unhealthy. So I created a policy. And in that, I started saying, it's your choice, your health, and it's your life. You have to choose. Choose life. And in that, I educate why it's important to have a healthy life and to choose how your life will end up in the end. It's your choice.
Indeed. I love that. Okay. And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Slater, how did you find your way into massage?
Failure, to be honest. Um, I wanted to be a mortgage loan officer. Took the classes, getting ready to do it. Realized I didn't want to do it. So I was like, all right, what's next? I go into Cortiva Institute in Arlington, just out of like curiosity. I'm gonna walk in here. The lady told me she massaged LeBron James 3 times, Draymond Green 4 times. She said she worked with Jackson State basketball team. I said, where do I sign up? Teach me. Like, I just want to do that.
I love
Watch
that.
sporting events for free. That's all I ask for. Now I work with professional athletes. I work with regular clients as well. But in my opinion, that's the goal. I want to watch my Detroit Lions for free. Like, watch the NBA Finals because my client is there and he's like, hey, I need you. Like, that's my
That's
goal
what
in
I'm
massage.
talking about.
I love that.
Yeah.
So when you hear the word wellness, what does that mean to you?
Same thing as my boy Alex said. More the balance of the spiritual, mental, and of course physical. The balance to me is key, because I mean I've been through it. I'm pretty sure we've all been through it. Without that balance, you find yourself frustrated with people, frustrated with yourself, and not succeeding in what you want to. So, my opinion, once you find that balance, everything takes off from there.
Indeed. Okay. Same question for you, Dr. Gina.
Well, wellness for me starts spiritual. I believe in God, and I believe that all things flow from Him, and so I am a firm believer that it said in all things you want your body to prosper and be in good health as well as your spiritual. So if I can get your body in health, because you can't praise Him if you're tired and falling out on the side, and so get your body right, get your mind right, and then your spirit is automatically going to follow because you are in alignment.
Yeah, so a lot of people think that wellness is all like juice and green juice and
Yes, ma'am.
yoga.
Yeah, just
And
physical
it's
stuff.
like
Yeah.
it's like okay, so what do you guys like think just
Simplicity.
in general? Like why do people really do you think that people really separate like the mind and the body, or do they know like what's like some takeaways in regards to just like connecting the mind with the body? Like
In my
Especially-
opinion,
go.
I feel like most people don't. It's just ignorance. When you know better, you do better. So in my run-ins, people don't. Well, I feel like the average person that I run into, they don't care about the wellness till it's like 45, 50. The women are maybe like 40, 42, around that age. But in my opinion, we start educating us younger. We teach this younger, then you'll have
Right.
that generational gap or that balance that most people are missing.
Generational wealth.
Or wellness.
Because health is wealth.
Yes, ma'am.
Indeed. Indeed.
So, yeah.
Indeed. So do you all have okay, I want to definitely ask this of the men. It's like I know you guys have the pressure of like having to push through. I know Slater, you're a little bit younger than Alex is. So I know I love the fact that you guys come from two different backgrounds and two different, So it's like, what do you guys feel about that? Because men are always told to push through. So when it comes to wellness, like that's always put on the back burner. I need your thoughts.
Well, I
Tell
feel
me.
like a lot of times too, though, like people are speaking on knowledge that they don't even know themselves. Like, they're telling us, like, yeah, like when you're just growing up, you're doing sports, whether it's basketball, football, wrestling, boxing, whatever the case may be. It's like, yeah, as men, they're just constantly. I mean, not to lack for better words, it's like they're telling you not to be a bitch, just push through, and just keeping it real, and I get it because it does develop a certain mindset, but they don't understand at the same time. It's like you're doing something that's gonna damage our body, something that might lead to risk to like injury or something like that. Which obviously is a lot worse because they're only gonna prolong you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. But I just think it's just like he was saying earlier. Just I feel like it's just something that people are just not knowledgeable enough about. Like nobody when we're growing up is like nobody's teaching us how to recover. Nobody's
part.
teaching us how to take care of our body on our own time, not
That
just
part.
they tell you like, oh, just stretch and jump in the ice
Yeah.
bath or whatever, like, and it's like when you realize it's like, man, that's not enough.
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's like they didn't teach you. It's like, man, get one of those, like one of those little hard balls, like the lacrosse balls. Put it on the wall, place your chest on it. You can work at your chest out. You take pain off your upper back or whatever. They're not teaching you stuff like that to help us recover our body so we could go into the next state or next performance or whatever it is we got to do in our lives. And I just feel like that's something like you were saying. It's just like it's something that I feel like we should be taught, and it's not taught at all. And it's just something I feel like the same thing as money. Obviously, you want to make money in this life. You got to go out of your way to go and learn more outside of it. Because obviously they're not going to teach you in school, so you got to go and learn yourself. But same thing about the human body. You got to go out of your way to go learn that as well too. Like you're gonna have to go out of your way. Like, okay, what am I gonna do to recover my body? What can I eat? What can I listen to? Whatever the case may be, like to better yourself. and we don't feel like a lot of people do that. They're not taught to do that. It's like we don't learn that until we're too damn old.
Yeah.
We're already falling off our chairs and stuff like that.
Until you got to get a prostate check
Exactly.
next
And
week.
they're like,
Oh,
did you
shit,
know
Doc, I
that you're
think about
struggling with
it.
this or whatever? And it's just like, all right, well, now I do.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just me personally, like I'm always like for like my niece, for example, like I constantly like teaching her new stuff, kind of teach her like when she gets older or whatnot, like she can be able to pass the same knowledge down as well too.
How old is your niece?
Now she's 13.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's in Germany right now.
Does she play any sports or anything? Did she play any sports?
She's been doing taekwondo.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put her in that. So she'll be able to learn how to kick. But eventually, when she comes back to me, then I'm teach her how to box.
Yes.
Indeed.
Like, how to handle a gun and stuff too, that she could, get in this world, go
Yeah.
around and be safe.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're a good uncle.
Yeah.
All right. Slater, go ahead.
Can you say the question again?
What would you give young guys to take away in regards to just like their health and wellness? Like, what would you kind of points would you take?
Your life matters. I'm gonna drive that point home. Like, in my opinion, you don't learn as a man that your life matters. You just assume I got to keep going. Whether that's you have a family, whether that's you have school, whether that's you're an athlete, whether that's you got kids at home, life doesn't stop for you for nothing. So like when it comes to pushing through, that's real. Like I can't put that any other way. But what I've learned is to put myself first in some matters. Like I've been in therapy since I was 21, and that changed my whole perspective of life, of my opinion. Taught me that I don't have to be angry because you want me to be angry. I don't have to punch you in the face because you make me mad. Like I can hear you. Like I can talk to you. We can just converse. So in my opinion, I would drive home to young men just to understand who you are. Understand like wellness again is spiritual first, then you got mental, then you got physical. Physical's always going to be there. You're never going to not breathe unless you're dead. You're never going to not walk around unless you can't walk. So you got to start with your spiritual. So you can, whether that's with the higher power of God or whether that's your universe, whatever you call it. But then you go mentally, because like I say, your life matters. You can't be there for anyone else till you thinking about yourself.
And I appreciate you saying that, okay? Because I was in a barbershop earlier today, and I had a group of men telling me they were talking about the chiropractor that was next door, and they were like, these old folks keep going in there and getting cracked. They said they need to stop going in there because it's a certain age. You need to stop getting cracked. And I was like, wait a minute. I said, do you want them? Because he said they just keep going next door. I said, well, do you want them to come over here? He said, well, no. He said, I just want them. He said, no, I just want them to stop going over there and getting crazy because they old. And I said, well, do you value massage? And I think these guys are probably roughly about 24, 25, 26 at least. And they said, it's all right. That's kind of soft. So what would you guys say to men who would say, like, this is soft or this is, what you call it? It's like, I'm sitting up there, I knew that wasn't my audience because I was like, they had all kind of agreed. And it was like, wow.
At 24, 25, they see massage, sorry for back word, as sexual. They don't understand, because I didn't. At 24 or 25, I assumed if a girl told me she was a massage therapist, she just rub on people. But I didn't know. Again, it's my ignorance.
Didn't know.
So as I got educated, you learn the word masseuse is a bad word. You learn, so it's not their fault. You just have to be taught these things. So like, I would just tell them to be educated. But you'll learn, like, LeBron James right now has sciatica. Why does he have sciatica?
Right.
The man don't stretch his glutes or his hips.
That part.
So it's like all these things you learn later in life, but you don't know that at 21, 24. You just wake up and what do women say? I woke up like this.
Yeah.
And you just wake up and do what you do.
Yeah. So it's like teaching them young, like you were saying, Alex, is really key. I talk to a lot of young athletes, and I let them know, I educate them. It's like one of the things is when you really think about it, like, when was your first massage?
I mean, I wasn't until like my mid-20s, really, because I mean, I didn't really know anything about it.
Exactly.
Like, I just feel like that's a common thing, though. I feel like, especially in America, like, they don't. Massage and all that stuff is like anywhere outside of America is big. Like like you go to Thailand, you go to Asia, obviously, Mexico even too is like it's big. Like there's everywhere you go, it's like there's a massage parlor. and it's big on health. And obviously, you come over here, and it's just like they just look at it as a sexual, like you're saying, it is looked at sexual. And I get it. There's a bunch of TV shows and stories and stuff like that that give it that bad image, and I get that, but not everybody's like that, obviously. And then it comes to like, I feel like just more in the sense of like, I feel like people need to just go out of their way to seek the knowledge, because a lot of times we didn't. That's what I was trying to get at earlier. It's like what we need to do is seek knowledge instead of just thinking what we think we know.
So
Like-
let me interject. What age should a young man, young boy start their massaging?
I mean, if their parents are with them, high school, or especially if they're an athlete,
That's what I
start
was gonna say. What
as
their
young as you
daily
can. Because I
life
mean,
is
like you want to help that body recover so they can be the best version, the best athlete they could possibly be. Like, so you want them to start young, obviously just
Six,
get a
seven?
honestly younger the better. Because like, to me,
Okay.
it's just like obviously getting with a therapist that could be trusted.
Yeah, that's
Like
the key.
respected, trusted therapist, obviously.
Okay.
Girl with a girl therapist, boy with a boy therapist, whatever. Just make sure they're trusted, obviously, The parents could be in the room with them. Just
They have to be in the room
they're
with them,
Right.
technically under 18.
Right,
Definitely.
right.
But it's like the younger, because I mean, like I said, they're an athlete. You want them to have the best of the best because you want them to be able to perform at their peak at all times, So yeah, the younger the better.
I
Because
agree.
once they get old, man, because that's why you like a lot of times too, you see professional athletes that get into like their 20s, still young, very young, but they have serious injuries. Like for example, like
Achilles injury is the one now. Everybody has Achilles injury.
yeah, Achilles, hamstrings.
But they tell you about it. If you, sorry to cut you off.
no, you're good.
When you pay attention to, I love sports as well. So like when you pay attention to the Achilles injury, everybody who got Achilles injury or had Achilles injury, they tell you, oh, so-and-so hurt the calf soreness, Kevin Durant, calf soreness. What's my other boy,
always
Tyrese
injured.
Halliburton? Calf soreness. Dame Lillard came back from calf soreness, ruptured Achilles. Like, it's,
Same
if-
story.
It's the connection.
yes, it's a connection because no one's taught these things. 10 years ago, it was ACL.
Shit. I feel like right now in football is hamstrings. You see that left and right hamstring. Like my fantasy football team, injuries, hamstring. I'm just like,
But when
damn,
you-
man. Like,
But I feel like in football it's different because a lot of football players, especially nowadays, preseason's four is 3 games from 4. A lot of players not playing first 2 games, so
Right,
you
so by the
going out
time
week
they
1.
play-
Yeah, so you have these knick-knack, like what they call them, soft tissue injuries because you haven't been using these things. You haven't been getting them ready. I understand, like, sometimes people say, like, we were talking about it earlier, like, when athletes say, I'm building a callus, I get that to an extent. Like, you still need massage, but you need to get your body in the use to what you're about to get into. You're about to get hit from 350 pound men.
you gotta
Yeah,
ease
boy.
into it, man. Like, you gotta ease into that stuff. I mean, that's
You do.
like one thing I learned as I getting older. Like, for one, like I can't work out like I used to. I'm not a spring chicken no more.
Yes,
Indeed.
You know, like
Indeed.
if I try to like work out like I did, like when I was in my 20s, man, I'll wake up the next day barely able to walk,
Yep.
have a new injury, this and that. I'm just like, damn, like this sucks. Like, and I used to think like, when I was younger, I was like, fuck, like that ain't gonna happen to me. Like I'm alright, I take care of myself. Now I 35, I'm still young, but like I feel injuries and I'm just like, I am
He
not
said
coming to this.
35.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like I am not coming to this. I know. But like, hey, look, I did a lot of mixed martial arts. And my knees and my ankles
See,
are jacked
being
up.
an athlete, I can understand.
Like-
Completely understand.
But it's just like it catches up to you, You're just like, damn, like. Then I go.
I got your back, man. I'm young. I had knee surgery, shoulder surgery, so my body be feeling it too, man. I'm 33, so I feel you, man.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like it does catch up to you, especially if you don't take care of yourself. You're just like. You wake up one day, you're just like, damn, like it's not how I can't just wake up and just be going on my day.
But it's like what she said when you're taught. So as an athlete, you're hurt or you're injured. People ask me now why you're at work. My back hurt. That's it. Like I'm not injured. My shoulder ain't falling out. Like it's a big difference. So you learn as an athlete or you're taught like what's the number one phrase? You a man? You better be a
Work
man.
through it.
And suck it up
Hey,
and
suck
push
it
through.
up.
My
Right.
mom number one line, in my opinion. Sorry to put you out, mom. You best stop being a little bitch. You best stop being a little bitch. Single mom raising black men in Detroit.
Yeah.
You don't have another. What you gonna
Yeah.
do? Cry?
Yeah.
You don't get beat up in school, like. So you have to like. I understand that, but in my opinion, it sets us up for worse when we get older because we're not decompressing from that, just like your shoulders, not decompressing. As your soul, your mental isn't decompressed from suck it up.
Yeah. All right. And so for you, Dr. Gina, how do you think that healthcare professionals and massage therapists can work together better? Because
Oh
we
my
feel I think there's
gosh.
like a gap there sometimes.
But it shouldn't be because they go hand in hand. Because when you get a massage, which I get on a regular, just have not been lately. But I am a firm believer of massaging. It releases endorphins, which is a healing in itself.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you can release the stress and the stressors and breathe them out, you're actually healing your organs. You're healing those tissues from the inside out. Yes, do I prescribe meds? I do. I am not a pill pusher though. I am again, I'm going to educate you. Massaging, water, eating well. Those are the gifts of life. The pill is only a crutch. And then in some aspects, it's a lifesaver to get you to where you need to be. Some people have to be on it for a lifetime. It's certain diseases process that the medication you have to have it, and I'm all for it. But there are some things that you can do: exercise, your massaging, your mental health, how you think. Because one, if we think about it, the mind is what regulates. So how I think, what I intake is going to fuel my body. It's an engine. So you got to first start with the motor. The mind is the motor. And massaging only oils the machine. So get your massages like I do. I'm a firm believer. Massage twice a month at least.
Do you guys ever experience where there's a moment where you can feel like your clients or your patients feel like they're shifting their energy, like it releases?
Yeah.
What do you mean by energy? Like their mood, their like the shoulder
Like you can
tightness.
feel that release.
You want to know the truth? I try
Go.
to stay away from that.
Why?
Bad experience in school. I don't want to feel your energy. I've tried to stay grounded. Like what your energy, what you're going through. I have empathy. I would love for it to get better, but at the end of the
Ain't
day,
got
I'm
nothing
here
to
to
do
make
with you.
this shoulder hurt. Yes, your shoulder hurt. Let's make this better.
Okay.
I'm here to melt these glutes.
But have you seen like the shift and like if someone like
I
starts
try
to
to stay
cry?
away. I try to stay
You
away.
just keep-
Yes,
okay.
yes, that's happened. Yes, but I try to stay away. Like I will. We're going to talk about something else because I just don't. I don't want to.
Be personal.
Yeah, I don't want to experience that. You're not about to get me sad because you sad. That energy transfer is real.
You not getting them? Are they really getting you sad?
That happened to me in school. The energy transfer whole class made me never in life want to ever. You talk about chakras, stay over there. Like, keep that over there. Like I can still work with you and heal your shoulder. We can work these things, but I'm not saying I don't believe in it. That's not my forte.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair
Okay,
enough.
what about you?
I experienced it a few times. I had people cry on my table. At and they obviously like when they cry, they want to just talk. Like they want to just pour all out. And he's right. Like you want to be able to protect yourself, so you're not just taking in all that energy. But me personally, sometimes you can't just stop it. People are just gonna pour all onto you. All I ever try to do if that happens to me is I try to do something afterwards that's gonna give me a chance to pour all that energy onto something else, not to somebody else, but into something
respect
else,
that.
whether it's a herb or whatever.
Like what? What would you do?
Few things for me. Either I go jogging. I always go for a long run. That would help me just kind of like decompress. I spend time with my dogs. I go take them to the park and we'll just go on a hike. Just kind of get one with nature. It's always good. Or just doing barefoot in the park as well too. Just being able to get grounded with the earth. That's always gonna help you decompress naturally.
I respect that.
Indeed.
That's one.
Keep it away from me.
Yeah. I mean, do some type of sparring, whether it's boxing, kickboxing, whatever the case may be. Like that always helped me out because it's like a physical way to be able to get something out. Playing a game of basketball or something, whatever,
Yeah, I
anything
feel that.
physical.
Yes, sir.
But like it's gonna get you like that, get rid of all the energy. But to me, it's just like you just have to do it after that. Like you just can't wait for the rest of you go all day and
'Cause
you
it
wait to
builds
the
up.
end. It's like no, just go to the park across the
I
street.
thank
or whatever.
God for Sheree.
Like,
But in my opinion, that's the between men and women massage therapists. Like one thing Miss Sheree tell me, you better stay grounded. You gave me a bead. I still have it. It's in my bathroom. It's like a tiger's eye or something.
It's a crystal.
See, and you was like, Jaylen, you gonna need this. So I protect it from myself. They just say your prayers. Yeah, I say my prayers before massage, but I'm also gonna keep that over there. Like we're going to sit here and work on these. What do y'all call it? Trigger points. You was just using it. We're going to work on that. We don't have to work on like I've had bad situations. I've had a client cry and tell me she's scared of black people while she's massaging me. While I'm massaging her.
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
how was that?
That's taught me to stay away from things like that.
Okay.
Like, we're not going to.
So why she lay down on the table?
Was she comfortable with you at first, or
she was fine? I grabbed her from the lounge. Hey, how you doing? I'm Jaylen. We're gonna take you over here. This is our room in here. She was fine. We got the working out muscles. She started crying. I'm like, why are you crying? And she says, Jaylen, I'm sorry. I was so scared of black people. And I said, what? But again, I was prepared for these things as a black man with locks. I'm used to people being scared of me. Like, I'm used to it. So, like, why are you scared of black people? What that man do to you? And you found out it was nothing. The guy tried to help her pump gas, and she thought he was going to rob her. But again, what you learn is what you eat don't make me poop. So again, we're going to stay away from that. You have your boundaries. I have mine. Okay. My boundaries are we're going to work these muscles out. How do you feel when you get off the table?
Okay.
That's all I ask.
That's it.
So do you think like your background, your upbringing made the difference in regards to how you felt like, because I'm going to get to you, Dr. Gina, but I want to know, what did your family say in regards to you guys starting in the world of massage? And getting massage on yourself?
I mean, my family wasn't really like, my mom, all she told me was like, just take care of yourself, protect yourself. Not to be racist, but she was like, don't put yourself in a situation with any of these white ladies that will get you in trouble. Like, that just makes come from a Mexican mom, just being honest. But she was just like, just protect yourself. Don't put yourself in any situation that you're like, you can't basically just like get yourself out of. Because she's like, I'm sure there's gonna be people that are gonna throw themselves at you. And this is just being a male therapist, whatever. And it's true. Like, people are going to, they're going to throw themselves at you, whatever. And I just ask myself every time, it's just like, is it even worth it? No, it's not. All right, keep moving.
Indeed.
But she just told me just take care of myself. Just don't do anything stupid. And just to focus on making your money and helping these people. And then that's it, And then until you figure out your next step and what your life is going to be.
I respect that 100%.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna know what your mama said.
Right.
My mom, she really didn't like give me any pointers for anything like that. Like, my brothers are successful. Well, my older brother is a successful businessman, so like he gives me more pointers on that. But my family is definitely not as awesome with advice for that. They're all giving me a hard time when it comes to that. Like, oh, you a massage therapist? You over there doing this?
They take it to the negative.
All the time. So, like, a biggest thing for me as a guy, I don't want to be looked at as you do sensual massages. There's no money in that. I'm going to look in the camera and say, it's no money in that. Like, it's literally not. Like, you have to build a steady clientele. Like, if you want, like, you do a sensual massage. If I do a sensual massage on you, you may be reluctant to pass my information on to someone else. So, like, in my opinion, people aren't taught that. So sorry to get off topic, but please. that's what I run into a lot. Yeah. No one gave me that advice. Stay away from this. It was Miss Sheree, Mr. Damon, and people from the class. But other than that, I didn't have any. Look out for this. Don't look out for that. No. You just go by nature and pray.
That's why I'm proud of the fact that you voluntold me as your mentor, and I appreciate you so much, even for being here. That's how I got my mentor in massage. She said, "How am I?" I just voluntold her, and Nikki, I love her to life. So, yeah, that's just how it happens. But when we are not told these things, it's like what. Like for you, me and Miss Gina, we're from Chicago, so she is my Midwest sister. So it's like that's not in outside of Chicago. There's not a lot of massage therapists, not a lot of massage places to go to, and it's again not. I didn't get one until I was dating my husband. It was like, wait a minute, you go get a massage on your birthday, you go get a massage on
That's
your,
awesome.
when you're on vacation. And it's like, why do you think, that's always a takeaway for
Yes,
people. Why do you think that is, guys?
One is because it's sad to say, it's the don't ask, don't tell, and not talking about the military saying don't ask, don't tell either. Things happen in the household. Child molestation,
Big facts.
touching,
Indeed.
uncle, cousins,
Indeed.
aunties, and now you my sister and you were supposed to be my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So we are taught you don't talk about sexual things, you don't touch nobody that you're not supposed to be touching, and you keep your hands to yourself.
Right.
So massaging was an off point for me. I am glamorously 58.
Come on. Come on.
And I wear it well,
Yes,
and I have
ma'am.
no problems
Come
with.
on.
And I grew up on the south side of Chicago, middle class family, and we didn't even talk about sex. Let's know, I'm talking about somebody touching you in a massage.
That part.
So it wasn't. I was, woo. Thank God. Shoot, my daughter was like 6, so I had to be 30 plus before I got my first massage. Before somebody touched, and I would never let her. I used to be like, oh no, you can't touch me, because I always thought it was a method. It was something behind you touching me. You wanted something. So for people to touch you, it means you want something from me. So no, you can't touch me. And even when I came in my late 40s to get my massages, well, no, 50s, because it's been 9 years. In my early 50s, I had to still learn how to relax, to take my mind and say, okay, I'm in a safe space, because you grow up tensed. You grow up saying, okay, if you touch me the wrong way, I'm gonna stop. We about to fight.
You sound
Don't get in this
Masaki.
thing.
She went gangster for real.
But so I'm teaching and the reason why I asked about the age is because I have a 6-year-old grandson that swims, and I've been massaging
That's
him since
awesome.
birth.
That's awesome.
I massage him, and he'll say, Gigi, massage me right here. Get my arms right. He'll tell me where he wanted it.
That's
so
awesome.
I haven't taken him to get a truly massage, but I do work him out
Yes, ma'am.
myself. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
was wondering, how would that work? Because it's as men, this is good for me, not raising, but being a part of a young man. Because women, I mean, we get them there, but it takes a village of men to raise a man.
Yeah,
To
for
be a
sure.
man.
No, for sure. That's very true. I mean, me personally, I grew up without a dad.
Can
So
understand.
I feel like I had to learn everything the hard way when it comes to that. Like, I feel like, and not that I wanted to learn that way, I
Right,
didn't,
right.
but that was the only way. Like, how am I going to find out by
Right.
going fucking up? Like, to be honest.
Awesome.
So, but I mean, like, to me, it's just like I just went out and seek the knowledge that I feel like I needed to learn. And like I said, when you come into like a massage world, like I said, a lot of people have the stigma on it, and we don't know it. And I just realized it's just the fact that people just don't know enough about what it really does for you.
Right.
And as the more you deep into it, you get into it, and the more you do it, you start really, you see for yourself. You're just like, if you're getting a massage yourself, you're like, okay.
The benefits.
Yeah, like this is really helping me out. Like, I always tell people, like, if you never got massages before, go for like 2 months, get them get 2 a month, like say like at least 2 a month, whatever, and then stop going for like a month.
You'll see a difference.
And then you're gonna see a difference. You're gonna be like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, like I can't, and like you were like, man, I can't walk as better, whatever this and that, like exercise, whatever. You're gonna be like, okay, like. And it's just like you were saying earlier, like some things go together. Like I always tell people, get a massage and get adjusted, and then you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna, as I always tell people, it's like getting your car, like you get your oil change, you get the tires rotated. Same thing for your body. You just getting your oil change, you getting your tires rotated,
yes.
and you go on your way.
Yes, very good. Very good.
Definitely. What's a piece of advice that you would give to someone who's like trying to? Because I had to educate a family one time. I was at a 5K, 10K run or something, and their 8-year-old son, he came and he ran, he jumped on my table. And the mom was like, get down. I was like, no. I said, he's fine. She said, he doesn't need a massage. I said, yes, he does. I said, let me stretch him out. I said, you guys haven't started yet. She's like, no. She said, but no. What does he need to be stretched out for? I was like, She said, he's young. And it's like you said, with your grandson, it's like, no, these babies need to be worked out. And she was like, I never even thought about that. And I asked her, I said, well, does he play soccer or anything? She said, yeah, he plays baseball.
Especially
he plays this. And I said, okay, well, ma'am, I said, this swinging motion, I said, is a lot, on their arms and their backs and their shoulders. And she's like, oh my God. And again, like you said, until I educated her, she didn't know.
Yes, ma'am.
So she was happy. He got up. He was like, I feel loosey goosey now, Mom. I'm like, okay, I love it. And I loved his smile, that he, was able to, get that stretch. And he came running and jumped on my table. And I loved it.
That's good.
So what kind of advice would you guys kind of give? Like as a health professional?
I'm bringing Nolan. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, just seek that knowledge. I mean, it's just like, that's what at least what I come to realize is that people just don't, they don't know. They don't know, honestly.
You say seek the knowledge.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you don't know what you don't know.
Yes, you don't know what to seek, and you don't know
like,
that.
As an athlete, literally, you hurt or you injured. Like, I sprained my ankle. You better do your ABCs in the bucket of ice, but you gonna
wrap
practice
it with an ace bandage.
Yeah, but you gonna practice. You better spat that up. You gonna practice. Like, so.
What's ABCs? What's that?
They when you tell you, like, when you injure your ankle and I used to put a towel underneath my toes and you just spell the alphabet.
You spell it out?
You spell the alphabet with like whatever.
But I did the bucket of ice. We had to do it in the bucket of ice because it vacillates your muscles. So it was just more like, we did that. Like, if you had a hurt ankle injury, my high school coach would bring us down there, put in a Gatorade tub, pour the ice in there, and we're going to do our ABCs.
Yeah.
Wow.
But in my opinion, that was better than nothing. That was better than
Poor guy.
go out and practice. Like, that at least, like, helped me take the swelling down.
Okay.
And then I got to go out and kill myself. But,
okay.
Right.
But it's still, you get to, like, you get taught. So back to what you're saying, like, seek the knowledge. I feel like
They don't know the knowledge to seek.
Yes.
So we have to learn how to reach the younger group.
I agree.
So they are on social media. They are here, but we're missing them. There's a gap, of course, because we have an age gap. But we have to figure out a way to close the gap by bringing young men like Shades and Snacks in.
Things like, you're right, though.
To talk to
Yes,
the
ma'am.
younger whether they doing roadblocks or monster jams. Bring it in and massage a monster jam truck, massage a roadblock. Get it in to where it meets
that,
them
Dr.
where
J.
they are.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here thinking about that. Now that we
Listen,
talking
come on.
about it,
You got to
I'm like,
collaborate on
yes,
that level. That
now
makes sense.
how do we get them in?
Because his audience would maybe like 19 or 15. Not saying this is your audience, but
Right.
his audience may be younger, and that's the gap you
Because
have
they're not going to listen to
Yes, ma'am.
us.
It's the
So
same way like
we
other
have to
podcasters,
get,
though.
yes, bring a young
Yes,
person on the
ma'am.
podcast and give them a massage. Let them talk about it. Let them, meet other people, other young
that.
people where they at, and be like, hey, but you got to have like a logo that reaches them. So
deal.
it's video games. It's some kind of artist or something. Say, hey, look, they getting a massage. They doing this, and be like, oh, once you start doing something, it's a fad. Everybody
Definitely.
else start picking up
Like
in on it.
lymphatic massage right now.
Yes. So all we have to do is, this is how we have to educate. We have to meet them where they are.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
see that it's a need. Now let's get together to meet a need.
I respect that.
I love that. How do you guys think we can do that other than just the podcast? What other ways do you think we can reach out
We
to
got to go to communities. We go
Yeah.
to the parks. We go out there. We see them where they are.
But how many? So you play sports, right?
Yeah.
Where you not trying to be in your business? Where you play at?
Right now I
No, as a
train.
kid. As a kid. When
Oh,
you were
as a kid, soccer. I played soccer.
Like at rec league.
Yeah,
right?
there's like Rex and
How
stuff
many
like that.
times at your rec league was there a massage therapist there?
There wasn't any.
So
I mean, back
imagine-
then it was different though. Like back then, like I said, it was just like in the '90s and stuff. Like they didn't think about it. Like it was there for the professionals. I feel like.
Think of something.
That's why I was saying to answer your question is right there. That's why I was going.
I-9, the YMCA's, they have these groups. We should partner, get to
why I
see
was-
that. Look
yes,
at
ma'am.
that.
That's
Think
why I was
about
saying.
Come on, the
these
wheels is
things
turning. Come on.
and say, hey, we want to go and we want to educate because it's all the Y is
Yes,
all
ma'am.
about health and
That's what I'm
wellness,
saying.
and they do massages for older people. So why not bring it in for the soccer, the basketball, the swim, and all of these things, and bring it in? Okay.
So as an athlete, sorry, not to cut you off.
No,
I
no,
apologize.
no, you
So when
good.
you were growing up, you had a trainer, right?
What do you mean trainer as in
Like when you were in football, you had somebody tape your ankles.
Oh yeah, all that
So
stuff. yeah.
why isn't that person saying, hey, You know, your traps are really tight. You know, right? You know, your right shoulder's like this. You know, you're carrying, you're wearing your shoulders on your ears. Like,
I don't think the knowledge was the same as it was like back then as it is now.
I agree.
I mean, that's one thing for sure. Granted, with like I feel like was it there? Yeah, but I don't think at least down here in America it was well known.
Do you think it's well known now?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's there. Like the
I
knowledge
disagree.
is there.
No,
Because we're still
only
talking about the
only for the pros.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to say
only-
it's for a pro because like I've been to like high school. I've been to like where they have stuff like that. Like
How
they
many?
not a lot. I would say the schools with money and stuff like that. I would say that. But because I mean, don't get me wrong, like because it is expensive. That's the other thing too. I was gonna say like it is expensive to like be able to like pay for all of that stuff. That's
I
the one
disagree.
thing that. I mean, I get what I know where you're gonna go with
That's
that.
because you ain't got no kids.
No,
you don't know
no,
what these
I'm
fees
not
cost.
saying. So
nowadays.
I'm not saying that isn't feasible.
Like,
I'm
Oh,
not
it's
saying
feasible.
that.
Like-
I'm not saying that that's not expensive.
because
I'm not
the
saying
way
that.
I look at it, there's no price on health at all. Like
Yeah.
that's just how I look
Indeed.
at it. Like I don't think there should be like a limit where you're just like, okay, whatever, whatever. But like I still think that when it comes to like say for example, like if you're growing up like in the hood or whatever, like it is like, it's gonna be hard for you to afford all that.
Right.
There's not it's not like there's like programs there that you're just gonna be like,
Yeah,
okay, we're gonna
I
pay
hear-
for all that.
I hear that, but I'm sorry, you talk.
You saying 5?
Okay.
Oh.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
But I disagree because you work on a cruise ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, most people on a cruise ship they work 2 different jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So my athletic trainer was my geometry teacher. So why aren't we looking to someone who's also a licensed massage therapist, who's a football coach, who's a trainer, who also these are things we can hire, so that way we can look for these people, so that way that gap is there, so it's more affordable. Because if you a football coach makes $3,500 for a stipend, you mean to tell me at $3,500? What is that for a massage? Like, what is that for a massage therapist to be on your staff for 9 games for $500? Is that not feasible?
I
Like I
get where
said,
you
When it
going,
comes
but
down to
it's
some
not.
of these fees,
Yes.
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous,
I
man.
saw
How much
one-
people pay, man.
ahead.
Like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
In high
Sheree.
school, y'all pay for.
I didn't pay for anything. in High
That's
school.
why I never paid for
anything.
My high school was different.
It-
My high school, I went to Bowie High School right down the street. Like it was not like that.
I'm like, I didn't pay for
No,
nothing
it
in
was
school.
Like-
one. I think one post on Instagram. They were making a joke. They said you got to take out a loan nowadays just for your kids to be in these sports because I mean the
What?
gear. Oh baby, yes.
Oh, we
the
did
gear, the
fundraisers.
fees. Oh no, and the world's finest chocolate ain't selling like it used to. The chips now. It used to be full almonds, now
That's
it's chips.
crazy.
But no, the fees are ridiculous nowadays. Okay, it's no shade of World's Finest Chocolate. I used to work there. Right on. Go ahead. But no, the fees are ridiculous, and the parents is coming out. Yeah,
Inflation is
is a
mother right
mug.
now. It's
Yeah,
a mother right now.
you enjoy having no children,
But
my
no,
dear.
not the parents paying for it. I'm not saying the parents.
No,
the
so
school.
that's
Oh,
why
no,
you
'cause-
have to get into the
no.
programs
No,
like the
these-
YMCA, the
Right.
Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, because the schools they are
the schools don't want to
charging-
pay the teachers. So
Right.
you think they want to pay somebody else's
yeah,
money?
they not doing that.
See, that's why I thank God that's not my reality. So I don't even. I'm so not even.
You
I'm so
ain't even- you
dismissed
not
from
there
that.
yet,
Like my niece is
brother.
4. Like
You're not there yet.
we buy shoes and toys. Like I don't have that
Yeah.
problem.
Oh yeah, you don't know that struggle just yet, brother.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
Yeah.
Just wait. You
I
you
couldn't.
still young, right?
I couldn't. I feel like as a curriculum, as a school, we're putting. You got South Lake Carroll putting millions of dollars into this football field.
Oh,
But now they will.
oh yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now that they certain schools, Sam
yes.
Houston and different schools, Oak Cliff. Now you can go in there and say, hey, you know what? Let me get a program going for your football because they've won the state championship
ma'am.
and things like that. Now they're more willing to add that type of program in there to
Yes,
keep that.
Yes,
That
man.
mo-
Keep
that
wheel
momentum
Yeah,
going.
I respect that.
But in your lower class schools where you don't have that, where you go on certain parts of Arlington and the school look like it's about to run down, and you're
Yes,
going
ma'am.
across the street and it's got to look like a college.
Yes, man.
So you're not going to get the same.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is why I say go back to the Ys, the Boys and Girls Club. So,
Indeed. Okay, so I definitely want to thank you guys for being here tonight.
Yes.
And just as a takeaway, one piece of advice that you would give for anyone that's been listening tonight, and just regards to just like their health care, either mind, body, spirit. One piece of advice.
I know it's probably gonna make him mad, but it's just like this. I mean, seek the knowledge. I know, like
Doesn't make me
I
mad.
look no, because I get what you earlier. And let me like finish, but it's like when you're asking me how are they gonna seek, what knowledge are they seeking? Like I didn't know. Like I get what you're saying, where it was just like, oh, how did they know you're supposed to look at? I mean, to me, it was just more like, okay, because I tore my Achilles, right, and I remember when I was at the time I was healing, I was always asking myself like, okay, what can I do to speed up this recovery? Like, what can I do? What kind of exercises or whatever? Like, if there's anything I can do with that, is there like I didn't? Cause that's when I started figuring out with like massages and like all that stuff, right? And then I was just like, okay, so I started just like googling everything, getting books and all that kind of stuff, and then that's how I kind of got into all that world. At least that was just me, my person, because I got injured. But nowadays it's just like, man, we got Chat GPT, got Google, you got anything. You can look up anything now, and the information is there for you. You just got to be able to get off your ass and go. I mean, you could be on your ass and look it up, honestly. Like,
Okay.
but it's just like, man, like if you truly want to know something, you have to go out of your way to go learn it. Like you can't just sit there and expect somebody to walk and knock on your door and just be like, oh, here you go. This is what you need to learn, whatever, and go on your way. Like, so that's what I mean when I say seek that knowledge. Like, you want to do something in this life, you want to succeed, whatever, go find out how to do it. Like, just don't wait for that to come to you. Like that's what I mean by that.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to
Yeah.
say, come see me. Don't go to WebMD. Don't go to
True.
to these places. Come see me. Life Choice Health Center, www.lifechoicehealth.com, 817-383-1341. That's your goal, your choice, your life, your health. I'll get you there.
One piece of advice I would say: your life matters. Always remember it. Charity starts at home. Got to make sure that you take care of yourself before you take care of anybody.
Okay. And how can I
right.
find you on social?
Feel better now, bodywork. I'm sorry, fbnmassage.com. On Instagram, my hashtag, my at handle is Magic Hand Slate. Yep, look me up.
Okay. So if you took something away from tonight's episode, I just want you to share it with the men in your life or someone you love and let them know to take care of themselves, to slow down, take time for yourself. You can also follow me at Moncher Massage, monchermassage.com, Moncher massage.com, on all platforms. I definitely want to thank all of my guests for being here tonight and sharing like your experiences and your knowledge in regards to this. I definitely want to thank my guys for really putting it out there and just letting men know, like just like really put their wellness at the forefront of their mind instead of just like pushing through, because men are so overlooked and just like and I just want to say I just love you guys so much because you guys carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. So many of my male clients have heard this many times, and I'll say it again. You guys carry the weight of the world, and you guys are just underappreciated so much. So I really definitely thank you guys for trying to teach and educate other men. And Dr. Jenna, thank you so much for being here. I love working with vets as yourself, and thank you for singing my praises as well. I love being your provider.
Yes,
And you bring such a good energy to my life. Thank you so much. And that will wrap it up for tonight. And I thank you for being here on another episode of The Healing Room.